Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Ifat bin Shamsuddin, and inshallah today I will be reviewing one of the most popular food in Malaysia, especially in IIUM. Of course, none of the others, shawarma. So what is actually shawarma? Shawarma is a popular Levantine dish consisting of meat cut into thin slices, stacked in a cone-like shape and roasted on a slowly turning rotisserie or a spit. Originally, it was made using lamb or mutton, but now it's much more common. We can see in chicken and also beef. It is a very popular street dish, especially in the Middle East. So how does shawarma actually being prepared? Let's go and see at Mahalah Bilal's Cafe. So as we know, shawarma is prepared from thin cuts of seasoned marinated meat. It could be lamb, mutton, beef or chicken. The thin slices are stacked on a skewer and fat could be included to the stack as well to provide extra juice and flavor. So the motorized spit will slowly turn the stack of meat in front of the electric heating element that we can see there, that it will continuously roasting the outer layer. That stack could be spiced with cumin, cardamom, cinnamon, turmeric or paprika. And then when the meat is done, it will be cut off from the rotating stack, usually using a long flat knife. Shawarma is commonly served with as a sandwich or a wrap like we usually eat in Malaysia, or as well in a flatbread like a pita bread. After that, the bread is going to be cooked on a griddle. Okay, so now we already have all of the 5 shawarmas that we needed. So yeah, let's start eating. So first what we're going to try is the one from Hafsa that we have over here. Okay, so this one is from Hafsa. First, you can see from rough looking, you can see like Ali one is much more longer rather than the others. But if you try to see from the front, you can see that Ali is actually quite small rather than the others, which is quite thicker. I would say the Bilal one should be the thicker one. But now let's just try. We eat the Hafsa one first. Ta-da! Okay, so right now, the one that we have in front of us right now is the one from Hafsa. So as you can see, there's a bundle of sauce in there. It's all jumbled up inside. If we can try to open it, it is toasted as well, just like other shawarma. And there's classic. The inside of it is classic. There's chicken, there's fries, and there's a jumble total amount of 4 different sauces that they put inside. So without further ado, let's try to taste it. Oh, it's quite big, I would say. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Okay. I would say the shawarma from Hafsa is actually quite good. The balance amount with the amount of chicken and the amount of fries that is put inside is very nice. But I would like to highlight the sauce. The sauce of the shawarma is actually quite good. There's a bit hint of spices, but it's not too spicy. But for those that quite sensitive with spicy, or for those people that who cannot eat spicy, I would say it could be get quite hot for them. But yeah, this is nice actually. This is actually quite good. I would take another bite. The second one that we're going to try is from Salahuddin. As you can see just now, that Salahuddin is the only cafe that, other than shawarma, they also sell chicken wrap as well. That I would highly suggest for people that trying to look for shawarma in Salahuddin. I would highly suggest for you guys to try chicken wrap as well, because chicken wrap there is actually pretty good. So this one, as you can see, it is toasted as well, but it's not toasted for too long, so you can still see the whiteness of the bread itself. And the size is almost similar with Hafsa one. It seems like it's nicely thick. Let's try if we can open it. As you can see, it is the bread is quite thin, so when you try to unwrap it, it's actually just straight away will be broken. But the content of the shawarma itself, it's just the same. They have chicken slices, they also have fries and combination of sauces. Okay, bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Let's try to taste it now. Hopefully it's good as well. Okay. There is a bit difference of Salahuddin one with Hafsa one. The one thing that I noticed straight away is that since it's not like toasted for too long and the bread is quite thin, it can feel like quite, how should I say this, flimsy. It feels like the bread is going to be fall down if you don't hold it properly. If you try to hold it by one hand, it felt like it can fall down so easily. But the content is just the same as the other shawarma itself, but it's not as spicy as Hafsa one. There's no much spice in there, but it's more having the cream inside it. I will give a +1 for Salahuddin's one, because they put quite amount of cabbage inside there, and you can actually taste the cabbage this time. Rather than the Hafsa one, you cannot actually taste the cabbage in there. So that's actually a good point to balance the portion inside. But I wouldn't say they have enough fries in there. I can barely taste the fries in this shawarma. Let's try to proceed with another one. Okay, so the third one that we have is from Bilal's Cafe. Is one of the special one amongst of other street that we're going to eat after this, is that they offer others option of shawarma, as in they just not sell chicken shawarma, but they also have lamb shawarma. Some of them also have beef shawarma, so that is a good option for people that don't like to eat chicken or they have allergies to chicken. They can try other option of shawarma as well. One big point that can be seen straight away is that from Bilal's, it is very thick. It is very big. I don't think it's safe to eat it with one hand, because you can feel like the stuffing inside will go out from it. So it's very big, so big. One thing I noticed is that the bread is quite too big for the amount of stuffing inside, so there's like extras of bread outside it before we actually get to the stuffing. But yeah, let's try to eat it. Okay, this one is quite interesting. The vendor asked if you want to add spicy sauce inside the shawarma, but the funny thing is that it doesn't really taste spicy. Like the Hafsa one is, you actually can taste the spice in your first bite. But right now I have eaten 2 bites and I haven't tasted any spiciness at all. Now if you try to look closely inside, the amount of stuffing inside, but it is big because of there's a lot of fries. Now, I would say the portion of fries and chicken and cabbage in there, it will be like 2 portion of fries and 1 portion of chicken and cabbage. So that's why it's quite thick rather than the others one. I would say they feel like quite bland, or maybe because of the bread itself and the amount of fries and the bread in this one big shawarma, it cancels out the taste. So you just taste more bland rather than you taste any of the sauce or even the chicken as well. Now let's try to have a look on our 4th shawarma that we have, which is from Ali. At first I was thinking like this is might not be worth it since the price is 6 ringgit, which is the same with Bilal, Baroque, they all are 6 ringgit, but it seems like the size of it is quite small. It's not even thick like as in normal with like comparing to others, so it's quite small, but it is longer than the others. So let's just try to open it up first and we'll see the difference between Ali shawarma and the others is that take a peek inside there. They don't use cabbage, but rather than they use lettuce. But as you can see, there's pickle as well on that. So that's the one that differ Mahalah Ali shawarma with the others. So yeah, they put pickle in the shawarma. So now let's try to taste it. Okay. Okay. So now I understand why this one is different from the others. The sauce. As you can see in Ali, it's not the same like other shawarma in other mahalah because it doesn't use lots type of sauce. Rather than that, they just use only one type of sauce, which is garlic sauce, just like the same as the Middle East one. Alongside with the pickle, it is very nice and light. Okay, so now let's move on to our last shawarma that we have, which is this one is from Farouk. So this one is also the 6 ringgit as well. The 6 ringgit buddies, which is the one from Bilal, the one from Ali, and the one from Farouk. The one from Salahuddin just now was 5 ringgit and 50 cents, while the cheapest one is from Hafsah, which is only 5 ringgit. Let's look and see the one that we have from Farouk. So the one that we have from Farouk, the bread is nice, not too thin, and it's not too thick as well at the same time. The amount of stuffing inside the shawarma is quite a lot, so you can feel the heaviness from the shawarma itself. So this one seems good. Let's try to taste it now. Okay. Okay, surprisingly, the one that from Farouk is actually tastes quite the same with the one that come from Hafsah. Like Hafsah just now, we have that a bit of spice in their sauce. Yes, I can taste it the same as well from the one from Farouk. And the stuffing is also seems like quite the same. It is fairly proportional. The amount of chicken, cabbage and fries inside that is nice. I'm actually quite surprised. The taste is actually almost the same with the one from Hafsah, and it is good as well. That's differ. The one from Farouk and Hafsah is that Farouk one seems like they have a lot much more sauce rather than the one in Hafsah. Yeah, but the taste is actually quite similar. That's quite surprising. Okay, so now we have looked through all of shawarma that we have from 5 different cafes in IIUM. So right now we have in front of us all of the 5 shawarma that we have tasted just now. From my own personal opinion, I think I would like Hafsah and Farouk more. Well, that's because of I love spicy food, and the amount of stuffing inside is also quite nice. Yes, there are a lot of sauce in there, so it could be quite dirty when you try to eat it. It's going to be a bit messy. It's a bit messy. That's kind of normal when you eat, right? You can just clean it up after that. But if you want to feel full, I would highly suggest the one from Bilal. Is very thick and it has a lot of fries in there, so it's easier for you to make you feel full. But in my own personal opinion, I would prefer Farouk the most because it is spicy. The amount of chicken fries inside there is nice, so it's not making me feel too full. But yeah, other than that, I would say that's all from me. These are the 5 shawarmas I have in IIUM that I can get. There are also a lot more. So what do you guys think? And yeah, that's all from me. I hope you guys get something from this food review, and thank you for watching.